Yo, yo, yo. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey, go ahead and don't forget to click that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit the notification button so you can get the rest of my content. Most importantly, if you're first time if this is your first time watching anything on my channel, please leave a comment that this is your first time. I want to say welcome to my channel. Again, I appreciate y'all. Let's get into this.
Children are off the table. What do you need? What do you need from a man financially?
For him to hold it down.
What does that mean?
So what that means is, as a woman, and
Put a dollar value on it. Don't give me the yearbook answer.
at least a minimum of 6 figures. Minimum. I'm not kidding.
Black man that was shot down in the neighborhood running.
Mm-hmm. Then that's scary as hell.
What's scary is who's raising them. They're raised without men. Why was he good enough to make a baby with and not marry?
That's another story.
What are you telling her daughter a man's purpose is?
Start your career before you start dealing with men because men like to destroy women, especially as black women. But that's just how I feel.
You teaching your daughter to fear black men.
No.
Men tend to destroy women. That's what the fuck you said.
You're right. Because most men do that. They play with your emotions. They lie to you.
You're judging black men based upon the dudes you decide to fucking suck.
Well, I ain't suck dick.
I don't give a shit. That's not the point. But it don't sound like you think too highly of him.
Sure don't.
But you picked the motherfucker.
You're right. Wish I did.
Doesn't matter. You see?
Okay, let's look at it from this perspective. Because a lot of you black women have kids, and I know a used uterus when I see one. So, kid at school cutting up, teacher got to call you, principal got to call you, and you got to take off work to go up there to see what little buddy doing. When you get them home, what's going on? What's the problem? You whoop, pissed, yelling, screaming, whatever the case may be. But you want him to get your point. You want to be heard. You want to get your point across to him. Okay, so because you are holding your child accountable for their actions, addressing what they done, does that mean you hate your child? Is that what that mean? Because using your logic, if you say Kevin Samuel hates black women because he's just addressing the women that he talked to and the things that they do and that they say, how can he hate them? If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't care what you were doing. So the fact that he's addressing this and trying to rectify all the problems that the different women have, you can't say he hates black women. You're just mad because he's reading your email. Y'all love putting out there, I'm grown. It's the delivery. No, it ain't the delivery. And your age really only tells me how long you've been living. Your mentality tells me how old you are. Because there's a lot of y'all that's 30, 40, and 50 years old with money, houses, cars, all these adult shit, but mentally you're a fucking child. And you need somebody to sit there and talk to you, sit you down like a kid so you can see what you're doing. Wrong. Because all he doing is just putting the mirror, returning the mirror around and you looking at the shit that you've been doing. Doesn't hate anybody.
Because a lot of a lot of women, black women need to understand something, that your biggest enemy is not a white woman. Your biggest problem is not, not a white woman. Your biggest enemy is Marisol. Your biggest enemy is the Hispanic woman. She understands how to season food. She understands sensuality, femininity, and she was raised in a patriarchal environment. The difference between femininity and fake femininity is amazing. The Latina problem. Black women, you have a problem. Her name is Maria. Marisol. Love some brothers. And if you notice, they are the old, go to the old black side of town and you will see Hispanics. And the difference used to be that Hispanic men and the men of each group used to kind of keep each other out of the way. Now, interracial dating, intercultural dating, whatever, is not as taboo as it used to be. And when you're talking about what you bring to the table, these women are bringing tables. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. A lot of women get upset when you ask, what do you bring to the table? And these women are bringing tables. Adios mio, papi. How are you? Yeah, your lead speak that shit. Yeah, they bringing tables. I don't like hot food, but trust me, I will get over it. I'm going to learn how to eat. I'm going to start. You hear me playing bossa nova music? I already do salsa and the tango and the merengue and the samba. I'm fuck around starting. You know what, man? Y'all get mad when brothers date out. Hey, well, split the difference. Get Maria. Get Maria. It's not really like dating out. It's not really like dating out if it's Maria, is it?
4K rare footage of Kevin.
Why are we constantly talking to black women as if black women are the wrong thing? And that's what ties the technique that B. Simone is using into shame. And she's not the first one to do this. There is a long history of industries, of black media industries, using shame pointed at black women as tools of consumerism. Steve Harvey has made an entire brand off of shaming black women. Sold books, sold TV shows, made himself very wealthy off of stigmatizing shame towards black women. You can live your whole life by the textbook. And then if you have the nerve to still be single in your 30s, there are other people in the black community telling you that you are worthless. We've become so used to the overuse of shame that a Kevin Samuels is allowed to flourish because people justify. Why are
geeks, white men, Asian men?
Did you just say geeks? Did you just say geeks?
I said geeks.
Did you? Listen to how you just insulted the men who you'd be lucky to sniff their sack.
I don't like lying women. Remember we said we need to stop lying? Well, let's get on to the next side. You women, like her, I hope you remain alone. No man needs to be in the room with a lying woman, because a woman can lie on a man and destroy him.
Facts.
Especially in today's Me Too cancel Karen culture.
Yeah.
It is wise for men to understand women who are deceptive, manipulative, sneaky, whatever, and avoid them completely.
Yeah.
I call it the color purpling of the black community. How many times do we hear that women out here dealing with all this?
So what are the statistics, Kevin Samuels? 31% of black women experience domestic abuse. 10% of black men do as well. 40% of the black women who experience abuse don't even report it. And black women are 2.5 times more likely to be murdered by their counterpart. And 56% of those black women are murdered by their romantic partner. 92% of those black women are murdered by black men. But apparently because you didn't see that, it didn't happen and it doesn't exist.
This abuse. I'm tired of hearing this bullcrap. I do not see women being abused. I don't see black women being physically abused. Never really have. I'm gonna just say it. I never really have seen black women being abused. In my entire life, I have known of one woman, and that was one of my mother's friends back in the 70s. One.
I also find it interesting that he uses the word never. Haven't you ever been
Y'all check out the fact that she ain't got a ring on her finger. Single, lonely, miserable, willing to attack the world. Let's continue though.
Been told that it's very bad to use never and always. Those words kind of cancel things out because we know that it doesn't really exist when it's considered humans talking. Never and always. Another thing is he kind of, displaces blame. He says that women abuse men, not the other way around. I find it very interesting that he does this.
Emotional abuse. I will tell you, the emotional abuse comes from women to men, not men to women. And it's time we had this conversation.
Beware of people who use absolute statements. Now it's only women doing emotional abuse to men. Be very worried. Danger, danger.
Because I'm tired. There's so many of you women who hide behind this abuse. You're the loud, strong, independent, sassy sapphire coming out your mouth, blah, blah, blah. Y'all are far more quick to run out your mouth and talk crazy than anybody.
So basically what he's saying is, you're the problem, because if you have an opinion and you're doing your neck rolling and you have an attitude because someone has made you upset or they might have violated your boundaries in a relationship or you've done something, and even if you didn't do something, you're the problem because you are the one that has a loud mouth and your attitude ain't right. When reality of it is, we all take ownership of our own behavior. No one can make you do anything. No one can make you feel anything, and no one can make you respond a certain way.
You go back to it acting like black men have had this power over you guys to abuse and dominate, prove it.
Kevin, he is so funny. So basically you're telling us that we have to prove that you're being unloving and emotional.
Fellas, the only thing dangerous about this woman is the fact that she got enough gray hair on her head and no ring on her finger. But she's going to be waiting on the Lord. And she's going to be waiting on God to send her that man who's going to be perfect for her. So, for those of y'all simps, because I see some of the comments out here, these simps are talking about how they believe Kevin Samuel hates women and none of his stuff is biblical. And the real man will pick the right woman for himself. She don't want you, bro. So, you can put this information all you want, but the facts are going to still remain the same. You're going to be lonely. You're going to be hitting up her DMs, and she ain't going to be responding to you. Hey, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Get my algorithm up. I appreciate y'all. Peace.